Hi there, welcome back to JD Answers. Today I have the Samono dash cam, if I said that right. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you step by step on how to install this dash cam into your vehicle. Now what I like to do during my installation is to show you every step you need to install this dash cam. I'll show you everything from tucking the wires inside the headliner, down the A-pillar, and underneath the dashboard. Everything that you need. Now, you may have seen other videos on how to install a dash cam, but they're always missing steps. With JD Answers, you don't miss anything. So let's get into it. Once you find the area you're going to put the suction cup on, just go ahead and install it. Just make sure it's vertical going down. Press on it, push it towards the window shield, and then here go ahead and take off this protective covering, and then you're going to go ahead and clip it up, and it's clamped. This is the way it looks once it's clamped in. Okay, now we're ready to install the dash cam to the suction mount. Just make sure the screen is facing you and attach it to the magnet. And that is it. The dash cam is now installed. What you're going to want to do is untangle all the wire. That way it doesn't pull any weight when you're trying to install it. Next, we're going to plug in the wire. Next, what we got to do is route the wire to the headliner. Between the window and the headliner, there's an 1/8 of an inch to a 1/4 of an inch space here, an opening that you can install the wire on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a rear view mirror mount. It needs to go to the passenger side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to the left of the mount. Then I could just simply push it into the headliner. And the mount is pretty much going to hold the wire. So if I could push it to the left, I'm going to use that as my brace to install the wire up here. So I could just continue routing the wire in there by simply pushing it inside. Now this is going to be the GPS mount. Okay, now we have the GPS module, which I'm going to connect right over here to this end. And with that slack, I'm simply going to tuck it underneath the headliner right here. So I'm going to take off the adhesive and then mount it on there. All right, I took off the adhesive. Now I'm going to go ahead and mount it. I'm going to mount it on the edge over here. That way you can't really see it. So if you notice, I have it going horizontal and I didn't put it vertical going down. The reason is because this wire is going to go inside this A-pillar. And then this slack, I'm going to rework all the wire. That way all the slack is hidden underneath the headliner. Okay, here's the slack. Now I'm simply going to tuck it underneath. Okay, there's two ways to route the wire. From the GPS module to route the wire all the way down to the kick plate and underneath the dashboard, you could simply tuck it in here with an opening. I mean, that's up to you, but to me, the easiest way to do that is to pull the weather strip out all the way down to where you need it, which is simply going to be to the kick plate. where the kick plate meets the dashboard. And the opening you see here from the headliner and the A-pillar, there's an opening to the frame. And this opening here is where we're going to put the wire in between the dashboard and the frame. And then we're going to tuck it underneath here, the kick plate area. So that's what I'm going to get started with. But before I can continue, I'm going to put the wire inside the A-pillar here to hold it. That way I can continue running the wire inside here, the A-pillar, and then it's going to hold it for me while I run the wire all the way down to the kick plate. So that's what I'm going to get started with first. So all you got to do is simply push the A-pillar down, or sometimes it comes off. But I'm simply going to push it out and route the wire in. Now here you got some slack. That's fine, because all you got to do is pull the wire, and then the remaining slack, just push it in between the A-pillar and the headliner. All right, and here's a look of the final installation of the A-pillar. Everything is tucked in. Before I put the wire inside the frame, what I like to do is come to the kick plate here, and I get the wire, and I simply just tuck it underneath the kick plate. And what's this doing is going to hold it for me. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. So it's going to hold the wire for me so I could route it in between the A-pillar and dashboard and the frame. That way it doesn't simply fall out. Okay, here's a look where the wire is tucked in. You can see the wire right here, and it's tucked in all the way down to the kick plate. So all I got to do next is simply put the weather strip back. So now that we're at the kick plate, we're going to go ahead and continue routing the wire behind the carpeted area here. And what we're simply going to do is tuck the wire up behind this carpet, come to the side plate here, and route the wire on top between there. Now most vehicles, the power socket is right here in this area here, but unfortunately for my vehicle, it's all the way over here inside this this little pocket area here, or compartment. It's right there. So mine usually shows right here. You can see the wire coming in. So what I did is I installed my own power socket right here on the side, and you can see the outlet there, and that way you won't be able to see the wire here. Right, and continue routing the wire. All right, here I am. Going to continue. All right, going to simply put the wire in here. So from this outlet, all I simply have to do is plug it in, and it's done. Now all the slack will be behind the carpet area. This is where all the slack is going to be hidden, behind here. So even if it's from this power socket or the other power socket I have in the middle, all the slack is going to be behind that carpeted area. Now I'm going to go ahead and install it to the next power socket. Okay, from this point here, I already have the wire installed. So what I'm going to do now is just put the slack behind here, the carpet. So here you see a little wire hiding coming out. Just simply tuck it in. And this is the wire harness from underneath the dashboard. That's something else. That's a light. And then this is how it looks on top. This is what I was telling you, how you could see the wire coming in. That's why I installed a different power socket right here. But we're going to leave it like this since this is the standard version. All right, let's go ahead and start the vehicle and see if it works. There it goes, it's turning on.
Micro SD card cannot be identified.
Okay, now that we got it on, it came out with an error message because I installed a micro SD card from a different dash cam. And it said, card full, please release some space. So in other words, they want you to delete some files or simply format it. So we're going to go ahead and format the micro SD card. So right here on the right, bottom right, it has a check mark. And that's what we're going to hit. We're going to click that. It said format card. You could do a check mark or go back. So we're going to go ahead and hit the check mark as OK. It's processing on the... Now you can see that it's recording. So that means the micro SD card is formatted and now it's working. And you could see a picture in a picture because my camera is the inside camera, which is this one right here. This is the inside camera. So here the installation's done. The camera works. All right, there it goes. It's all installed. All right, so what did you think about the installations? Is it easy enough for you? If you still have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and select all notifications for all upcoming videos, because I have more videos on this dash cam coming soon. And I also have other dash cam installations and reviews. If this video was helpful for you, give me that thumbs up, because I appreciate that from you. If you are interested in purchasing this item, I'll list the Amazon links for you to purchase down below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe!